Hello, my friends. Welcome to my home studio in the beautiful Catskill Mountains in upstate New York. I am John Morell. Right? Yes. All right. So today I'm going to do a quick review on something. It's a cooler day, rainy day here in the Catskill Mountains. And so I did get a new fragrance through the mail a few days ago, but it's not really a warm weather fragrance. So I was like, well, I can't really review it now, but it's cool out. So why not? Stick around, find out what it is. It's good.
John Morell, Fragrance Review. Here comes the swag. John Morell, Fragrance Review. Here comes the swag. Fresh and dope like heroin soap. That man's got swag.
All right, so how did I come across this fragrance? Well, I was looking for a reasonably priced bottle of pure Havane by Mugler, and I couldn't find one. The cheapest I could get it was on eBay at $150, and I just didn't want to pay it. I have never tested it. Sounded like something I really like, and so ended up not pulling the trigger. But through my kind of researching online, I found a mention of this fragrance, and then I looked it up on Fragrantica, of course, like we all do, and it has a bizarre name. And I thought to myself, I don't know about this, but it's called Insurrection 2 Wild by Rayanne, I guess it's Rayanne Tradition. Insurrection 2 Wild by Rayanne Tradition. And it had a really high rating on Fragrantica. And you know how hard that is? It's like over 4.5. And so I said, for the trolls to not destroy this as well, I'm going to pull the trigger on it because it's supposedly very, very similar to pure Havane, but it's $23. Oh, you heard, $23. How good could this thing be? I mean, right? I'm thinking junk, but you can't go wrong for 23 bucks. So I did. I pulled the trigger. Came to me, came quick. It was a 4-day shipping process from the seller. It was a reputable seller I bought from before who had it. And so let's talk about it. First off, this is what it came in. Now, for $23, I was surprised. I'm like, what? And look, check this out. I'm going to try to get a good view of this. It slides out. Like, I've seen this with, that's upside down, but, so I've seen this with, obviously, with higher end fragrances, but not something that's $23, right? So, this is the bottle, okay? So, interesting coloring to this juice. Of course, I think it's really a tint of the bottle. But anyway, I want to give it a try. It's an EDT, okay? And so it says it's from Paris right here, whatever that means. And let's see. It is made in Paris. So there you go. All right. So let's check out the do people care about the Atomizer? Some people do. So let's check it out. Okay. So the Atomizer. This is such a strange way. There we go. So the Atomizer is pretty good. That wasn't good because I pressed down on it all the way. Now I have entirely too much on me. But anyway, I've worn this already. But let's give it. So I cannot say whether this is inspired by a clone of or even super similar to pure Havane because I don't have it. But I'll tell you what, this fragrance is pretty outstanding. So the notes in it are tobacco, of course. If you know what the notes are in pure Havane, it's very similar. But it's tobacco, honey, vanilla, spicy notes, tonka bean, cacao, woody notes. So I have to tell you that the opening on this is very, very nice. Very nice. I like sweet tobacco. Hence why you all know one of my favorite tobacco fragrances, probably my favorite tobacco fragrance in the world is a John Varvatos Dark Rebel because it has a sugared tobacco with rum. So I do like a sweetened tobacco. This is a honey tobacco, and you get that right away. So right away you get the honey. It is a little spicy, but you get a little bit of that tobacco, but again, it's a sweetened tobacco because of that honey. The vanilla for sure. It's super smooth. This is very, very nice. I have to tell you, it's worth every penny of $23, and this smells a lot better than fragrances I've gotten at $100. It's really nice. It is more of a cooler weather fragrance, nighttime fragrance, obviously. But again, you can wear anything you want, anytime you want, which I do. This is very, very nice. So I will say this. The longevity on this, I've worn this. I've worn it once. So this would be my second time, my second wear. So for an EDT, it was exceptional. The longevity was about, I would say I still smelled this on my skin. So it projects very well. I'm going to say when I wore it the first time, it's projecting very well right now. If you were to do 6 sprays of this, you could fill a room. This is, this is 3 on my wrist. I would say it projects about, I'm going to say 5-6 feet. The projection was about 3 hours, which I thought was good. And then it comes a little closer, but you still have it on you. This lasted, for an EDT, I was shocked. I think it's about a 6-7 hour fragrance before I had to reapply it, which I did not. But when a fragrance dies on me, I usually reapply a new fragrance when I'm at home, unless I'm out somewhere. But it was about 6-7 hours where I said, okay, I would have to reapply now. So now I will say this fragrance is fairly linear as it dries down. It gets a little more woody as the dry down comes on, but tobacco, honey, vanilla, spicy notes, it stays throughout the entire thing. So it is fairly linear throughout the entire process, which I don't mind because I love the opening. So for me, I enjoy the fact that this stays relatively the same all the way through. And I say that because as it dries down, the woody notes and the tonka bean kick in a little more, but it's pretty much the same all the way through. And again, that's something I really dig. I think this is really good. I think that for being as inexpensive as it is, it's cheapy, right? You cannot go wrong. You cannot go wrong. So I wouldn't bother, again, I never suggest blind buying, but when something's $23 and it smells this good, if you like honey tobacco fragrances, this is something you got to grab. It's very smooth. I love this. This is a fragrance that will be in my rotation for the fall, certainly, and the winter. Absolutely. It's very, very good. And my wife loves it. She said, oh, that's really good. And I said, would you believe it's $23? She said, no way. I said, yes, $23. And again, I'm assuming I've read by multiple people that it's super similar to Pure Havane. If you like Pure Havane, and maybe you don't have a full bottle, maybe you do and you don't want to go through it because let's face it, it seems like it's been discontinued, not easy to find, and it is pricey. Maybe you grab this, to use as a substitute so you don't run through your bottle of Pure Havane. I don't know. But this is very, very good. In fact, it's so good. It's so good that I've been looking at other offerings by this brand. The name's awful. Let's be honest. The name is awful. I can't remember it for the life of me. I have to look it up every time I'm thinking about it. Like, what is that called? Insurrection 2 Wild? Insurrection 2 Wild. Why? Is there an Insurrection 1 Wild? Maybe there is. I'll have to check that out. But so that's my take on this. It's very, very good. If you like that kind of fragrance, check it out. This is not going to break the bank. It's not going to break the bank, and fall's coming. We're, 3 weeks away from fall weather, at least in upstate New York, maybe shorter, maybe 2 weeks away, but 3 weeks away from fall weather in upstate New York for sure. And so grab it now, right? Grab it now. Because, once people see my video, it's going to be sold out. Just saying. Not true. but my reach is not that far. But it's excellent. Performs well, projects well, and it's $23. So snatch it up if that's your type of fragrance. Way out.
John Morrell, Fragrance Review. Here comes the swag. John Morrell, Fragrance Review. Here comes the swag. Fresh and dope like heroin soap. That man's got swag.